Ladies and gentlemen, I ask you a very simple question. What happens when you combined the power of Saitama, a chemical engineer, and the sexiest man alive? Well, the only logical conclusion is the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Clean. For you see, in 1958 he was the beginning. He was the tide that turned to begin marketing towards women. Nay, not only women, but anyone who was truly tired of cleaning their home alone. This is where he began.
Meet Mr. Clean, Procter & Gamble's new all-purpose liquid cleaner.
Mr. Clean gets rid of dirt and grime and grease in just a minute.
Mr. Clean will clean your whole house and everything that's in it.
Floors, doors, walls, halls, white sidewall, tires, and old golf balls.
Sinks, stoves, bathtubs he'll do. He'll even help clean laundry too.
Mr. Clean gets rid of dirt and grime and grease in just a minute.
Mr. Clean will clean your whole house and everything that's in it. Can he clean a kitchen sink?
Quicker than a wink,
Can he clean a window sash?
faster than a flash.
Can he clean a dirty mirror?
He'll make it bright and clearer.
Can he clean a diamond ring?
Mr. Clean cleans anything.
Mr. Clean gets rid of dirt and grime and grease in just a minute.
Mr. Clean will clean your whole house and everything that's in it. Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Ladies and gentlemen, that ain't no Chiquita banana. That ain't no Charlie the Sun-Kissed tuna. Heck, that ain't even Joe Camel. This, folks, this is a whole nother level. In this far-gone Puritan age, the idea of a man not only cleaning, but knowing where the kitchen is and taking any interest in child-rearing. Why, I'd go so far as to say the world's gone mad, hasn't it? I mean, look at him. He has a triangle that would make Michael Phelps jealous. And yet here he is, cleaning. I wonder, I have to ask, what was that repressed generation thinking when their talkie boxes brought this to them for the first time? But this isn't the end, folks. No, this is only the beginning. I need more. I need to see how far this goes.
Good morning, Mr. Clean. Glad that you can be here. Wonder if you'd help me clean all the things you see here. They tell me, Mr. Clean, you're the champion cleaner, that when it comes to cleaning house, no one's any keener. Let's clean this dirty tub, why you hardly have to rub. Or this refrigerator, Mr. Clean, there's no one greater. Let's clean this floor and wall, Mr. Clean, you are a doll. You can wash the dog laundry too, Mr. Clean. I love you, thank you, Mr. Clean. Glad that you could be here. So nice of you to help me clean all the things you see here. Mr. Clean gets rid of dirt and grime and grease in just a minute. Mr. Clean will clean your whole house and everything that's in it. Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Okay, hold up. How is it that in a time period where women weren't allowed to open bank accounts or serve on jury duty, was a muscular bald man allowed into a stranger's home while the husband was away and everything was perfectly fine? Think about that for a moment. A team of men, not only men, these were probably men that had served in the Second World War, somehow managed to make the embodiment of the Desperate Housewives' dreams when the actual show Desperate Housewives failed to do the same thing with 50 more years of data. How on earth does that make any sense? Following that, the next commercial is even more amazing because it actually takes a dig on men for not helping with the home. Like, the entire commercial is literally just saying that Mr. Clean is there for you. Mr. Clean will never leave you. Mr. Clean won't go golfing while the house is dirty and while the children desperately need some parental interaction. We're about to watch some magic, people, and I am here for it.
What's this? Mr. Clean departing the scene after he's cleaned the kitchen floor, leaving you to clean the rest of the house? Never. Not Mr. Clean. He's not just a floor cleaner, not just part-time help. He's your full-time, all-round cleaning man. Great in water. Great straight. He can sponge clean, wipe clean, swipe clean. Floors, he lifts the toughest grime off anything washable. Without even rinsing. But he doesn't stop there. He cleans everywhere. He's your steady fella for all kinds of cleaning. Mr. Clean himself.
Okay. The look on those children's eyes, do you know what that look said? That look said, Mommy, I know Daddy doesn't love you, but you still have Mr. Clean. And I think Mr. Clean actually helped me with my math homework. I don't really think Dad's going to come home, is he? Like, that entire commercial was magical. But the question I have to ask, there's got to be something more to this. There has got to be some sort of 50's nonsense that makes the fact that Mr. Clean is being a better husband to this lady than her actual husband okay. Like, there's got to be something. And I intend to find out what it is. Alrighty, research break over. And you're going to be amazed by what I found. Apparently, in the 50's and 60's, there was this magical little thing referred to as the hanky codes. This was a series of nonverbal cues that, at the time period, was used to mark queerness. Yeah, this is going to be kind of a weird one to talk about, but I've come too far to give up. You see, men wearing earrings at this time period was an advertisement of a degree of queerness. It was also an advertisement of a rejection of social norms. This was sort of during the transitional period. So apparently, the reason why Procter & Gamble got away with having a muscular bald man go into the houses of women without their husband present in a lot of their commercials was built solely around the fact that he was actually queer-coded. Now, does this mean Mr. Clean is now a gay icon? I don't know. I'll be real. That's for them to figure out, not me. But apparently that's the secret. You're allowed to clean in the 1950s as a man, so long as you don't advertise yourself as being sexually attracted to women. That was the entire secret. And we have discovered it together. Now, there's one more ad I want to show you, and I think this ad really hammers in that they knew what they were doing, and that this character had a very specific purpose and a very specific marketing campaign, and a lot of the design choices were to get around any degree of social backlash that they may have faced. So, let's join in for the last leg of the journey.
Excuse me, lady, but floor cleaning doesn't have to be that tough.
Listen, mister, I know a little more about floor cleaning than you do. Now, would you be moving your big foot so I can get home sometime tonight?
You, Mr. Clean, can get your work done faster.
Faster?
Much faster. Of all leading cleaners, Mr. Clean is now the most powerful ever put into a bottle.
Well, seeing is believing.
Watch. New Mr. Clean cleans faster. Floors, walls, doors, faster than other liquid cleaners.
Beautiful.
And you're going to like new Mr. Clean's unbreakable plastic bottle.
Mister, the way you talk about new Mr. Clean, you should be on TV. You know, I think I have seen him on TV.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
So, foot jokes aside, we have an even larger earring, and this man is just walking around helping the help. Okay. Apart from the fact that by modern standards, He looks like the Harvest Moon ghost from Courage the Cowardly Dog. I just want to say that this guy knows. Like, if I was in the 50s, I would look at that guy and say, wow, he could be on television. Which effectively was the equivalent of telling a woman that she could be a flight attendant. Because, those were jobs exclusively relegated to the beautiful. And given the fact the 50s had kind of a boring interpretation of beauty, I could totally see where they were coming from. So, now that we've finished this little journey, I just want to take a moment to thank you all for your time, and I look forward to seeing you next time I jump into a bout of historical nonsense that may or may not be relevant to your lives. Anywho, have a good day, and I wish you all well.